If you're hearing the term BIM on your projects, or you've been asked by a client if you can deliver it, and you're not quite sure what it really means, then this video is for you. Building Information Modeling, or BIM, is changing how architects, interior designers, and landscape professionals design, coordinate, and deliver projects. Instead of separate drawings, schedules, and documents that constantly need updating, BIM gives you a connected model that combines geometry and data in one place. We'll look at what BIM actually is, why it's useful, how it supports collaboration between disciplines, and how Vectorworks fits into a BIM workflow. So what do we mean by BIM? BIM is a process for creating and managing digital information about a built asset throughout its life cycle, from early design through construction and into operation. It's not just about 3D, it's about having a reliable, structured source of information that everyone can work from. In practical terms, that means your model isn't just lines and surfaces. Walls know their walls, doors know their fire ratings, planting beds know their areas, and so on. And each of those objects carries useful data like size, materials, performance, or maintenance information. Vectorworks supports this by letting you model with intelligent objects and attach the data you need as you design, so the information is built in from the start rather than added at the end. Let's look at how this feels in day-to-day work. In a traditional workflow, you might draw plans in sections, then manually create separate schedules and reports. Every design change means checking and updating in multiple places. In a BIM workflow, the geometry and data live together in one coordinated model. When you update the model, your drawings and schedules will update with it. And instead of measuring landscape areas or counting doors by hand, you can use worksheets in Vectorworks to report what's already in the model. As long as you input data in a consistent way, you only need to set things like schedules, smart data tags, or graphic legends up once, and then reuse them on every project. That connection between geometry and data is what allows you to automate things like quantity takeoffs, checks against standards, and later on even produce necessary information for facilities management. BIM really starts to show its benefits when you collaborate with others. On a project, architects, landscape architects, structural and MEP engineers, and other specialists will each build their own discipline model. These can then be brought together into a federated BIM model for coordination, model checking for clash detection, and issue resolution. To make that possible, the industry relies on open standards so that different software tools can exchange information reliably. This is often called openBIM. Open standards like IFC, BCF, and IDS, developed under Building Smart and aligned with standards such as ISO 19650, allow you to share models and issues in a vendor-neutral way. Vectorworks supports these open BIM workflows by letting you export and import IFC for geometry and data exchange, and by integrating with issue management and model checking tools. That means you can participate fully in BIM projects even when everyone isn't using the same application. Because BIM models contain both geometry and data, you need to be clear about what information is required, when it's needed, and who is responsible for providing it. This is where project information requirements and BIM execution plans come in. They describe things like what needs to be modeled, what data is required on which objects, what standard classification systems are used, and how models will be exchanged and checked. Vectorworks can help you meet these requirements by giving you tools to manage data centrally, apply classifications, and structure your model so that it complies with the standards set out for the project. Now, why should BIM matter to you as an architect or a landscape professional? BIM helps you reduce errors, improve coordination, and make your design intent clearer for the whole team. It gives you better control over information, so you can respond more confidently to client and contractor questions and spend less time on repetitive manual updates. Vectorworks supports these BIM workflows while still letting you design flexibly and visually. Starting to think in terms of models plus data, and in terms of shared information rather than isolated drawings, is the first step towards working in BIM on your projects.